Hits and best variety on 107.7 The Bronx.
Okay. 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. Winner of 3 2026 Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Media Awards. Oh, best giveaway for Wicked Riders, Morning Bagel Run, and Julie Spree. And best station poster by Jake Goble for Scream Screen. I think I got all of them. I think. Okay, yeah. Anyways, this is CliffNotes. Let's get started today, guys. So, let's see who we're with today. You know, it's a little slow today, you know.
I mean, you can clearly tell by the environment of the room. There's only like just two of us here.
Crickets.
What is happening right now? Rider University, what's going on right now? I get it. There are finals coming up. I get it. Everybody's got to get busy. I get it. Everybody wants to enjoy the sun. However, there's people that are inside the buildings that, you know, a meetup, sometimes hanging out, go for a Wawa run, go get some gas. Gas prices though, but still, I get it. Come on, man. God.
Yeah, the radio station is completely and entirely empty.
Yes.
There's like 2 people total, and then the 3 of us.
Oh, and I just got a text message from Mary Simone saying she's off campus, out shopping with somebody, and she's blowing my phone up.
Yo, tell her to join the stream.
Man, I got this. Join the live. That is loud on my phone whenever I text. You hear that? I should turn my thing off though.
That was a good replication.
That actually was pretty. I don't know how you do all those like sound effects.
It's so easy after a while. All you gotta do is just kind of like, you know, listen in closely, and I mean intense closeness to the sounds, and see how it kind of compares to the voice that you're doing. It takes a lot of practice.
Dude, you're just doing that.
Yeah, you're just doing it.
Anyways, let me do like the little like introduction thing because I forget to do that all the time. So, let's see.
Man, every time we do this.
So I'm your host, Clifford, and let's see, right across from me is there it is. Hold it.
Technical difficulties.
Okay,
Again?
Jackson, right there.
How we doing?
Yep. And then on lucky camera 2 is Jendel.
Yeah.
Bro,
Always brings the hype. Always brings the hype.
Well, let me bring some hype.
All
right.
You better break the compression on the mics.
The whole stuff just blows up.
So, Cliff, do you think we should return to the conversation we were just having?
I think we should.
Yes, it is spring, people, okay? Allergies are going around killing people's noses, and nobody is breathing. And unfortunately, what's even worse, we have hornets and wasps infecting the areas that we live in and that we love. Let's talk about that real quick, man.
Yeah, we were just discussing how I've talked to a bunch of people of late, and it's come up. I know I talked about it with Connor before, and I just talked about it with you. Some people have not been stung by bees, and I was like, really? Really? Because I've been stung a lot.
Yeah, it's so like common. Like it just like happens.
Yeah, but to find someone who hasn't been stung by it, for me, is like, wow, really?
Yeah.
You want to know
I
why?
mean, you're smart. Good job.
You don't want to mess around with them, okay? Let's say like a honeybee, for example. They're not going to sting you unless you find a way to make them angry.
I've never been stung by a honeybee.
And on top of all that, just imagine on what the honeybees are going through. You know, they're like the older father of the family that is like trying to keep the steady no end job, like, you know, making like honey over and over and not getting paid for it. Bees are basically just slaves. Think about it.
Yeah.
We don't pay them enough for this.
And then when they sting you.
Wasps, on the other hand, that's like going into deep part of Trenton.
Yeah, you're on the wrong block.
Shout out to Trenton though. All right, look.
Shout out Trenton.
Hey, love my people over there, all the Latinos and all my people over there, bro. Love them. But at the same time, it's like wasps are like the most fiercest bug that you can possibly go against or even try and run away. Because guess what? My phone blowing up. There was a few occasions where I did have wasp nests back in my childhood when I used to have a big house that I used to live in with my mom at the time. And we live in a different house now. There was a wasp nest up top underneath the railing of the roof. And there was a few occasions where my brother went out there when I was like, 8 or 9 years old, and we were playing basketball. his friend at the time was looking at the wasps and they were hovering over him and he got stung. And by the time he was like, yo, Jendel, run back to the house, run back to the house, run back to the house. Like I ended up, oh my gosh, I never ran faster in my life, more faster than a track star. I was so afraid that I was gonna get stung and be the next victim on that list. So I went inside and immediately they checked the bodies of like, you know, the skin and all that stuff. And my brother was like, I'm good. I only got stung once on my leg. His friend got stung like what 2 or 3 times. Like I think it's like on his arm and I think on his he got multiple on his back. Cause wasps, they don't stop stinging.
Yeah.
They just keep going. They're just like,
That's-
I'm not done yet.
Exactly.
Like a regular bee, they sting and I think they die, right?
Yeah, no, they die. It's more like a kamikaze attack, basically.
Right.
So it's more of like they sting you, but they don't live to see the next day since they're trying to protect the hive.
But wasps and hornets, different story.
Yo, can we just talk about the hornets real
Oh
quick?
my, those are the worst ones. Like,
man.
if wasps are from Trend, hornets are from straight O Block.
Dude, straight up from O Block, say from like Compton or like freaking Chicago. Dude, I feel like hornets are always from Chicago for whatever reason. If you never see like any type of like crime shows or whatever, like not On My Block. It was another like crime show all in Chicago, but bottom line is hornets will literally stand in front of your gate of your house, your garage, the front door of your house, and they're wishing that somebody would.
Right.
Can I go inside my house? You don't pay rent? Let me in!
Like they're not territorial. They're just gonna hunt you down.
Dude, they know faces. They know faces.
Yeah, they memorize that stuff. They be following you.
Bro.
You're done.
And do you see like videos online where people mess around with wasps and they like close the doors or the windows like the last second before like the hive starts going crazy?
Yeah.
Why?
There's no point. Stop rage baiting them. They'll get you.
You rage bait them. They'll see you through the window. They don't know who you are. Like, just imagine one of the wasps is like strolling down like, you know, your garden, right? And they turn around and they see you on sight. And by the time you see it coming towards you at like 100 miles per hour, you better start hitting it like a whole like track star from like the 1930s, man. I'm talking about like old track stars, like when the Olympics were around, man. Oh. What were your occasions on, like, you know, seeing a wasp and hornets around your house?
Well, you brought up a good story. You were talking about your brother messing with a beehive. I remember a few years ago, might be 5 or 6 years ago, my dad I believe it was under our pool deck. We had a wooden pool deck.
Not the pool deck, no!
Yeah, it was a wasp nest, and I remember he was like getting the dogs and me and everybody inside, and he just attacked the thing. And he came back. He's like, "I got it," but he's covered in bee stings. And I was like, "Wow."
He went to war.
He went to war with
Bro,
wasps.
the block was hot.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. The pool started to get hot, and it wasn't the sun. See, Cliff, that's like the worst case scenario for like a summer vacation to like your family's house. Is that if there's a wasp nest underneath their balcony, like say if they had like a little balcony.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a mood killer right there.
Because you can't walk out and you
can. And like by the time you walk out and you see the
dude, I don't know how he
The
does
sound effects, man.
bro.
D1.
Dude, oh my, Mary Simone is on the live and she texted me saying your brother touched a hornet's nest. No, literally, that's not a metaphor either. It's so true. Oh man, so that's like the worst like summer starter ever. Cliff, what was your interaction when it comes to like bees, wasps, or hornets?
Okay, so I've been stung twice in my lifetime.
Me too.
One was pretty recent.
Oh,
So
brother.
let's just go back in time to like when I first got stung. So it was a massive beehive, right? And then my neighbor was outside, like I was like watering the plants, and for some reason I just had like the urge to start spraying at the bees with the hose.
Oh no.
I was like,
Cliff,
yo, hopefully makes them run away. You know, like
makes them run away.
no, it did not make them run away. They
No.
all circled me, and just one of them went crazy. Like they stuck me like right behind my ear.
They jumped you.
Yeah, they look.
Low-key jumped you.
Dude, all I saw was zzz, like all around me. I was like,
Bro, it was like a biker gang started like circling. You know how biker gangs circle around you?
We
Yeah,
got the
dude.
sound effect. We got the sound
Yeah,
effect.
hold on, hit him with that. Instead, all you hear is.
Yeah, no, they were waiting for me. And then I just kept spraying water. I was like, get away, get away. No, it didn't work. That was cool.
Oh, man. At the end of it all, how did you survive or got out of there intact?
So, like, after I got stung the first time, I just ran for my life, and they just stopped following me. So I was like, we're good.
Bees are mostly territorial. They won't follow you. They'll say, like, hey, this is like your first and final warning, basically.
Yeah, stay out of this spot.
Right, exactly. You don't come back here because worst case scenario, most likely you'll be allergic to bee stings for the first time in a sense where you're going to stop breathing.
Yeah. And then the second time, I think it was like a year ago. So I was like sitting outside, like chilling, and a bee was like around like my shoulder or something.
Oh.
So I was trying to like swat it away. Like I was doing this. Bad idea, because it just turned around, stung me right in my hand. I was like, nice.
Wait, just nonchalantly, like, great, another sting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right. Now you're not going to make it because I slapped you. This wouldn't have never happened if you would have never landed on my shoulder, so that's your fault.
Exactly. Plus, like, at that point, I'm just like, I'm immune to it. Like, I'm not scared of the bees, but, like, I don't want to be near them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool is we go to like a beekeeper hive or something like that because they know how to like, take care of. No, hear me out. They know how to take care of bees properly and they give you like the best honey, like raw organic honey.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, I've always wondered what like the raw organic honey tastes like from an actual beehive because they have to like extract it from the actual hive and they have to process it. But I'm just wondering on how the actual taste of raw organic honey tastes like. Not like when it's finished, but I'm saying like organic. Because it looks good. I'm not going to lie.
It does.
But it's like, I'm wondering on how much of a sugar high it will give you. Because remember, like honey is also filled in with sugar and all that stuff. But, I just like to see, I would love to like try one day. Because I'm not much of a honey guy. But I want to like see on what the raw organic honey actually like,
Tastes like.
Yeah.
Because, like you're saying, it does look absolutely like amazing sometimes. Like,
Right.
in like some videos, just seem like everything like drip down.
In like the gold color, like the gold color of like the columns on like, knowing that like they brought in the best amount of like honey they can possibly extract. It's a dangerous job too though, because it's like trying to extract honey like out in the wild is one thing, but trying to extract it in somebody's house, that's
No, it's
like
even worse, yeah.
That's like worst case scenario for the homeowner though. But for like a beekeeper team, it's more of like you have to like know how to proceed it because the bees are gonna get mad regardless. But you gotta like kind of like smoke them out. Like they use the little smokers to kind of calm the bees down. It's like sort of like Snoop Dogg doing his thing.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
I can't say it on live because like we gotta.
Yeah. I think they got the gist though.
Yeah. They understand.
Yeah. Just if you know in code, you know.
Yeah.
So
like Snoop Dogg says, people in Paris.
literally the bees are gonna be in Paris.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna get their honey taken away.
Yeah, nah. Exactly.
But
I was literally thinking about something. I just blinked out. Oh, there was a wasp in my bathroom today. As soon as I woke up, like I was brushing my teeth, right? I was just chilling. I look up at the corner of the mirror. I just see like a wasp. I'm like,
this is not gonna end well.
They are everywhere. They really are.
Bro, they'll run up on you. Like, I don't know if you see like, memes or like stories on Instagram that will like compare like a bee to a wasp, like human form.
yeah.
You can probably see on where I'm going with this.
Yo, let me pull this up.
Mary Simone typed out on my messages, I was minding my own business and had a bee fly up my shirt and it stung my back. During my first week of Rider, I was swollen, and on the top of that, the little demon was still attached to me when I went to the healthcare center.
Wow.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah. Basically.
What?
Oh my gosh, that's basically what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. I don't even know what these other ones are, like at the bottom.
They're like different varieties of bugs that will like most likely harm humans if you don't like mess around with them.
Yeah, no, I'm good off of any of those.
I'm good.
But
Especially that white one. I don't know what that thing does, but I know what that thing's
that thing is dangerous. It looks poisonous.
Yeah.
So, bottom line is, people in the chat and the live,
Say clear bees.
say clear bees, let them do this thing and then extract the honey. But for wasps, don't go on their block, because next thing you know, they'll remember faces and they'll get the jump on you.
And if they're after you, run.
Definitely.
That's all you got. Run.
You can run, but obviously you cannot hide. 'Cause
You can't.
They'll
find you.
smell. No, they'll smell the aroma too, though.
They smell your fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. See, that's what they do. They'll smell your feel. They'll smell the aroma coming off of you, and just keep running.
All right, but anyways, since we're talking about honey and bees, we're gonna be right back after a little underwriting. Yo. Okay, so the recipes have all been submitted for 1077 The Bronx first ever Build the Ultimate Bronkwich contest. The culinary team at Ryder Dining Services has evaluated each recipe in their test kitchen and have chosen this semester's Magnificent 7. Go to 1077thebronx.com/builderbronkwich recipes to see which bronkwich made it into our lunch bag. Then go to our Instagram at 1077thebronx.com to watch, like, and comment on all 7 IG reels. The three student reels with the most views will make it to the Tasty 3 and the Build the Ultimate Bronkwich finale on Tuesday, April 28th from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. inside Cranberries and at Muller's Pub. We'll be back with more Cliff Notes after these underwriting announcements on your 3-time 2026 Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Media Award winner, 1077 The Bronx.
Okay, it looks like we've landed on what the Earthlings call a college campus.
The mothership gave us voice changers.
we are back, and 1077 The Bronx has very exciting news, like always. Our new video stream is officially live, like right now. Now you can listen to The Bronx on air, online, and on the app now, and watch your favorite student shows live on The Bronx YouTube channel and Facebook at 1077 The Bronx, including What's Next Sports, Talk of the Town Sports, Bronx After Hours, The Concast, Shout Connor, CliffNotes, and Wicked Rider. Keep it tuned into The Bronx to listen and watch your favorite student shows. Welcome back to CliffNotes on your 5-time National Association of Broadcasters Marconi Radio Award nominated station, 1077 The Bronx. One day I'm gonna be able to read that whole thing without messing up.
I think that'll be the day where we're all like, most of us, majority of us are gone.
Yeah, probably.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, I got it right, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They moved. All right, poetry time, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's get ready for a little. I'm gonna call it poetry in motion.
Poetry motion.
And then let's do the title. Like whoever wins is like poet of the week.
Shoot, this one's probably gonna be a 1v1 rival right now because I didn't bring no poets today. I'm sorry, people. Also, my auntie Titi Wendy's in the chat. She didn't comment, but she's watching right now with my pops.
Shout out.
Man, thank you for tuning in to the live, y'all. Family matters, and it means a lot to Cliff.
No, I really appreciate it. Like, your family has been carrying with comments. Like, they've been saying, like, hype it up, share it, everything.
Yeah, because, shoot, come on, man. Like, it's all love in this joint. Yeah. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, I'll start.
You go first.
I was going to put some music on, but I'm not trying to get copyrighted.
Copyright strike.
So, yeah, next time I'm going to make sure, like, prepare so I know, like, what song I should put on. But let's go for it. This one is about the sun for people watching. Okay, shining brightly across the horizon. Maybe next time I will sign up for Verizon.
Great start.
Wait, Verizon?
Let him finish.
All across the beautiful bay, plenty of lights and rays.
Oh man.
We are talking about the sun. Therefore, I am not done. To wake up to the world in the morning, making the land look like it's transforming. To stay up above the stars in the sky. That's what I put.
I'm sorry, but that Verizon part took me
That
out,
was
bro.
hysterical.
Dude,
Appreciate
see,
it.
that's how you know this man's poets are expensive.
Nah, they're like $50 an hour.
Man, an hour? You mean a month?
Yeah, no, an hour.
Dog.
I be paying myself.
Next.
All right, this is about the sun. Again, my thing was I just put a bunch of words in that rhyme with sun. So here we go. It is the battery of the summer fun, the light that shines upon everyone, burning hot as a fired gun that may even leave you pink in more places than one.
Oh,
The heat-
that's bar.
This
Oh
heat
my
is
God.
the heat of the sun.
Dude, I really like that line.
Yeah, I was proud of that one.
Wait, what was like your last part that you said?
Oh, this heat is the heat of the sun.
Oh,
Verizon part.
Verizon
Yeah,
part.
there you go. You're getting my vote just for that. That was
Appreciate
hysterical.
Oh man, I wish that was
know.
caught on camera with my reaction. Oh wait, no, there's my reaction.
Yeah, no, it's there.
okay. Jendel, who you voting for?
Yo, I was gonna go for Verizon at first, but I'm sorry, Cliff. Verizon
gonna
is,
be-
even though I have Verizon on my phone, it's just expensive as it is. And honestly,
I mess with
yeah, I messed with like the ending on what he said on his poet. So honestly, I'm gonna give it to Jackson.
I think I'm
Thank you.
also good to Jackson
Thank
because
you,
I mean,
lower the prices and then we'll talk. But other than that, man, thank you, Verizon.
yep, shout out Verizon. But yeah, no. So Jackson is the poet of the week. Congrats.
Thank you,
You get to
thank you.
enjoy it until next week.
Right,
He got
yeah.
bragging rights
Yeah,
for
you
like
got
another
bragging
week.
rights. Yeah. You can just tell Connor, dude, I'm poet of the week. Get out of here, bro.
Well, I mean,
He's gonna hate you even more.
it's not my fault. He makes it with chat.
He does. I could be like, oh yeah, I came in with chat. I'm good.
Chat's not that funny. You were funny. That was good. I like that one.
Appreciate it. See, there's like some things that Chat GPT cannot replicate, but we'll talk about that another time. Because
Yeah.
since it's like so sunny out, people are doing like spring cleaning and everything, so we're gonna transfer from this to furniture, like moving furniture.
Hey, and for all y'all that are watching, look, we're gonna make this a lot more funnier than, you know, on paper on what it sounds like. Cause like, you know, oh, they're gonna talk about furniture. No, you have to understand the amount of like, you know, hard work that people gotta put in to move their stuff around the house. And when it's like, you know, a family member moving from like another house to another and you gotta help them out, they'll bring out the most heaviest things midway or early on into the move out process. What is the most heaviest objects that y'all had to carry when y'all had to move either your place or your family's place?
Well, why don't you start? You were talking
go
about
ahead,
your
yeah.
story a few minutes ago.
Dude, so this was at my stepfather's house before, I think this was like after 7th grade ended, because he wanted to move in with us since, like, you know, me and my mom and him were married during that time. We were living in in like, you know, a local estate where it's like, you know, we got to pay like, you know, rent and all that stuff. It was just basically like, I forgot what the place was, but we had to like kind of pay for like the rent of the house and all that stuff, trying to look for a home that we can like set ourselves in. So the heaviest thing that I would say was the clothing drawers to where my pajamas were. And they're gonna be like, oh, but it ain't that heavy. Here's the thing. The house back then had like 3 floors, well, a basement, the first floor and the second floor, well, 2 floors, but the stairs went.
Oh, it wasn't like
It wasn't like it goes straight down. It went.
It curves. Yeah.
It curves. The amount of times where you had to carry a whole entire heavy behind furniture of like, say, even if it was a mirror on top, you gotta be so delicate and not dropping it hard enough for the glass to break. And that was the thing that we did when we were moving. Like, so let me paint the picture. So we moved our furniture from our rooms first, since we had to get our stuff out of there first. And I don't know what happened to the stuff. I think, like, you know, we kind of sold it off somewhere, gave it away. But like, we had like a 2-man job. I wasn't really that strong during that time. I didn't work out, so I was struggling. The edges of the drawers, like the sharp edges are like the worst thing to happen to your hands, because it will sink into your hands and you're gonna feel like that your hands is gonna rip your skin, like your skin's gonna get ripped off.
It burns, man.
It doesn't burn, it just feels so, it will make it feel so heavy to the point where it's just like, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't hurt. Now it hurts, now it hurts, now it hurts. So we had to do that like multiple times from 3 separate rooms. The last room that we had to get it was the family room, right? The master bedroom. Let me tell you this right now. The mirror was like stuck onto the dresser on my stepfather's dresser. Well, my mom's and stepfather's dresser. We had to like, I think it was like a 3-man job. I think it was like a 3-man job that we needed to help because we did not want the glass to break. And if the glass broke, next thing you know, fingers were gonna start pointing and somebody was gonna get hurt. And that's like my worst ever fear, is like dropping something that's very delicate.
I totally agree with you.
So honestly, it was a lot of furniture, but we ended up getting it down and we ended up moving the stuff out. And the best thing about it throughout the whole day was we ended up like eating, they bought food for us, like say pizza, or they brought in like, you know, other foods, like I think some fast food or like McDonald's or whatever. But whenever it's like early in the morning, when it's like, you know, things are starting to open and we couldn't get breakfast in time, we would just have like Oreo cookies and like some water on the side. Here was my one mistake when it came to moving. I was eating Oreo cookies because obviously I was hungry, and also I drank Sprite, and I drank a lot of Sprite, probably like almost like half the liter of the whole entire like bottle.
Oh man,
that made my heart race so fast that I'm thinking to myself like, holy, this is like,
let me calm down.
No, calm down. No, like I felt like I was gonna pass out. I thought I had like a mini heart attack because there was so much sugar and so much like caffeine in my, well, not caffeine, like so much. There was like so much in my body that my body couldn't handle, and my heart started like pounding, like almost, it felt like it was like 190 miles per hour. So that was dangerously fast.
Yeah.
So immediately I sat down, waited for it to like slow down and stop, and it stopped after a while. But dude, it was like the most scariest thing ever, and I like decided like, you know what, this is that was a bad idea to, do that.
Sprite was a risky drink of choice.
Yeah, even with Oreos on the next side, that's like the most unhealthy thing to possibly do.
Yeah, that feels a little like
Intense.
yeah, it definitely is because like the Oreos are already like they have like a bunch of sugar, and you're adding Sprite on top of that.
Right.
And it's like so like bubbly, so it's like
super
Yeah,
bubbly,
yeah.
and it makes you super, super hyper. It makes you energetic, like really energetic.
That's where I thought you were going initially when you said you had Sprite. You like, I couldn't stop burping. Like,
Yeah.
No,
I couldn't
no.
concentrate in holding the stuff.
No. This is more like when we took a break, when we like needed to like grab
okay.
some food. It was more of so like we got everything down, but let's eat real quick, like eat something small before we
Got
get
to
to bring food, like the big foods in.
Understood.
So that's my story, and I'm never doing that again because I don't want to die from a heart attack.
I totally understand that.
Jackson, what is your story on like moving furniture?
So my story relates to my grandma passed away a few years ago, and we had to clean out her house, and her house was huge, like huge, and it was a multi-day project. Whole family got involved, moving everything out. But the one thing everyone was dreading getting out was her huge wardrobe
Oh, brother.
on the top floor. And mind you, the staircase to this top floor is steep and very high.
Oh,
So
Somebody
we were all,
was about to die that day.
That's exactly right. We were like, oh man, we're all gonna die. Whoever does this is gonna die.
Somebody's gonna be a victim, but it ain't gonna be you.
And I believe it was me and my dad that actually wound up bringing this thing down. He was at the bottom of it, and I was at the top guiding it, making sure he didn't drop it or anything. And we were both like moving so slow down.
Like hit him with that.
Exactly. Exactly. But the weight, both of our hands were a mess at the end. Like, he didn't really bother with the pain very much, but my hands were in agony at the end. Like, chopped up. Oh, man.
Oh.
Horrible. The blood. It really hurt when you were finished and you actually got it down and you're like, let me look at my hands. Oh, my God.
Bro.
And then it's like,
Steep steps are like the worst. Like steep steps in somebody's home is like the worst nightmare ever, man.
I know.
Like
They definitely are.
your sibling just runs up there and all you hear is
Yeah, you hear every single hit as well.
It's not even that funny, but it's like I would feel bad, but at the same time I'll be like,
Like I'm trying not to laugh, but
all you hear is
come on. The only time you wouldn't laugh is if they actually got hurt.
Yeah.
If they get up
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm fine, I'm laughing at you.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But next thing you know, you got the mother's like, oh my God, are you okay? Like next thing you know, it's just like, I fell. What do you think?
yeah, exactly. You think I'm perfectly
Yeah.
good?
Right, I got like 20 bruises on my leg.
Yeah.
I lost a tooth and now like I'm bleeding from my head.
Yeah, I
I'm
need an ice
fine.
pack.
Right? You got some ibuprofen, I got a headache.
Yeah. Nah, they probably give you like a cough drop at school though.
Oh my God.
You broke your arm, here, have a cough
Yeah,
drop.
you got it.
Bro, stop, bro. Yo, Cliff, what was your moment when you had to move furniture?
I had to move furniture. So, I know when I was like younger, I had to like help move. I think like the king's bed that like my mom has in the room,
Oh, man.
and that was kind of rough because like I was like trying to hold it, like getting it up. 'Cause I think like I was on the back end, and I was trying like, not to slip off the stairs. I was chilling. I didn't fall, surprisingly. And then there's like another time where I had to like help move stuff for like my uncle because like he was moving out of his apartment to like his house, and then there was like so many packages that we had to get.
Dawn, bro.
And it took, I don't know how long it took, but I think it took like the whole day. And we
Bro.
were straight moving just boxes and boxes and boxes. So I was like, it was tedious, but it wasn't like too bad. And we got food afterwards, I mean.
See, that's the best part
Yeah,
about
you
it.
always
It's
wanna
like,
get food.
Yeah.
You always want to get food at the end. If there's no food involved in this moving process, I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm not in.
Exactly.
No ice cream, no food, I'm gone.
Look, it doesn't matter what food it is. If I'm not like, fed or like if there's no food offered on the table whenever I get this hard work done, I'm putting the stuff right back where it belongs.
Exactly.
You can't take it down yourself. I'm sorry.
You're going to go through all the effort of bringing it all the way back up.
Right. Just for me to hear the in my stomach, knowing that it's just like all this for what? Knowing that we're just gonna go back home and next thing you know, it's just like I have to wait for my family to cook. See, like when the family cooks, I get it, but like you can't wait enough because it's like you're starving. You need to eat something quick.
You gotta have something like in between before you have like the big meal.
Exactly. So there's gotta be food involved when it comes to a moving process.
Yes.
Because people will not help you unless there's food. And
That is true.
And honestly, at the end of it all, man, you just go back home knowing that's just like, I completed a whole project. Worth it.
It always is worth it because, like, you think about it, you either get paid or you get food. So I mean, either one, they're both good.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, go for like a bundle box at McDonald's. Shoot, I'm down, man. Dude, the bundle box is like, how do I put this? It's like the Legend of Zelda's like best ever like supplies that you can possibly get, bro.
Oh, it's like when it like starts shining. Like,
it starts shining like dun 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 dun.
yes.
There's like a couple burgers in there, like 20-piece nuggets, and you got like multiple fries all around.
Beautiful.
Only problem is that you have to share.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah.
Number one rule, people in the chat, McDonald's is not something that you share with people.
No.
It is something that you share for yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's your
you
own
hoard
thing.
you hoard that.
You hoard everything, the nuggets, the fries, even the drinks for all I care, man. The Sprites, the Sprites, the spicy behind Sprites.
Yes.
All that. I'm not sharing a 20-piece nugget. Look, I may sound fat for saying this, but wait. My dad commented, if I eat while in the moving process, I won't finish. I will eat at the end once everything is done. See, no, that's the thing.
Yes.
That's like, Dad, here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If there's no food involved regardless, then I ain't doing nothing.
Valid.
Just saying. But anyway, like, yo, bundle box, you have to share,
Yeah,
and
unfortunately.
just be sure that not one nugget is stolen.
You gotta keep
Got
your stuff to yourself.
Keep tabs on your
Yeah.
food.
Keep a camera on it, like if
Dude,
anything.
dude, I keep tabs on my nuggets every time, like, you know, we go out to eat McDonald's. If it's like a 10-piece, I'm keeping tabs on every nugget. If I see someone touch it or even put like a single iota of their fingernail on top of it, we're having problems.
You're just gonna smack the hand like, get
Right,
that
it's
outta
just
here.
like, it's my nugget, bro.
Yeah, nah, I feel that. Like when I'm at like restaurants, dude, like my brother and sister will play around trying to like take a fry from me.
Stop.
Bro, I be giving them a crazy side. I'll be like, why?
You gonna get that back?
Yeah.
Because if you eat it, there's no turning back.
Exactly. Once you do that, you're crossing bad territory.
Bro,
You're done.
dude.
You
that-
cross some lines.
and your parents are gonna be like, it's just the fry. You don't understand.
No, it's more.
It's
than
never
that.
just a fry from McDonald's. Are you kidding?
It's more than just a fry, than a burger, than a hash brown or pancakes. It is a way of life.
Yes.
And you gotta live by that way of life. It's like entering the mafia, the mafia McDonald's.
It's like, I mean, once you eat it and like a couple hours pass by, you're probably gonna forget about like eating it. But just having it in that moment, you need that experience.
Exactly. And when it comes to having a lot of siblings that help around the house or anything like that, next thing you know, it's like they want to get their stingy hands on the food first. You gotta be the first one there before they get there first. Be the first one to get it. Be the first one to eat, so you won't have to worry about it later. And that goes for any other restaurants, but McDonald's is like the highest grid of like, you know, toxicity around a household
Yes.
when it comes to stealing
Yeah.
food.
Dude, especially like at like middle school, like back in the day. Oh my gosh. Like as soon as you have like anything from McDonald's, they'll be like, yo, can I have a fry, please? Like a nugget?
Bro.
It would be over.
Yo, my dad said you better share those nuggets. Look, Dad, I will share nuggets with you because like you're the oldest and you're the oldest in the house, and I gotta respect the people that are older than me. So it's like you get the nuggets. But I'm saying if there are siblings in my age range that want to steal something from me, you're gonna have to get a grandmother just for the chocolate to be witnessed, because it's gonna be all war, man. So that's my rants.
That's fair. But, you know, that leads us right into underwriting yet again. So, with over 750,000 views in the last 90 days, our social media is popping. Why are they doing this? Be a part of the trend. Follow 1077 The Bronx to see what we're up to on air and behind the scenes on Instagram at 1077 The Bronx and on TikTok at 1077 The Bronx WRRC. After you follow The Bronx on social media, sport The Bronx on and off campus. Gear up for summer by shopping The Bronx General Store. From short sleeve tees and polos to insulated drinkware for your acai refresher, go to 1077thebronx.com/shopthebronx to make your campus fashion statement. We'll be back with more Cliff Notes after these underwriting announcements While you're waiting for the return of my show, don't forget to like and follow The Bronc on Instagram at 1077 The Bronc and on TikTok at 1077 The Bronc, WRRC.
And Prometheus was punished for stealing fire from the...
Alcohol Drug Alliance.
All right. Mornings are always better when you tune into 107 Bronx, two-time IBS Media award-winning Best Morning Show. Mondays through Fridays from 8 to 10 a.m. Join Sophia, RJ, Ellis, Brian, Layton, Brandon, and Sheer for 2 hours of fun and games, including the Monday Morning Hangover, underwritten by McGuinn's Place, and the all-new Morning Bigger Run and Julie Spree, underwritten by Caesar's Bagels and Deli, and Pearly Treasures in Mercerville. Go to 1077thebronx.com/wickedrider to listen live on air, online, and on app, and to catch up on past episodes. Welcome back to CliffNotes on the Prince Review's 18th ranked best college radio station, 1077 The Bronx. So I'm gonna fix this real quick while you guys can just yap or something.
Wow. That's how you feel about us? We just yap so much?
Yeah, that's all we're doing, Cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. See, that's a real shame because I thought the yapping was.
Oh, that's why I couldn't see myself. Okay. Dude, I was actually so concerned. I was like, because it's just a black screen.
Yeah.
Of course, it was just a camera.
Good job, Cliff.
Wow.
Good job.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Okay, now we can talk.
Yo, so earlier behind the scenes, I was talking about a movie, a 2014 film called Whiplash.
Wait, it came out in 2014?
Yeah, it came out in 2014.
I thought it was later.
No, it was it looks 2010, but not 2014. So recently, I've been getting like a lot of Whiplash YouTube videos on my For You page on YouTube recently, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go back to seeing clips of Whiplash. Dude, I honestly think that the amount of like musicians that play in a band and like perfectionists that are like, you know, trying to make the band like, you know, push their entire limit to see on what they can do. I think it's totally believable though, to a certain extent, because here's the thing. It's like when he says like we have an out of tune player, you don't hear there's an out of tune player because you hear that somebody's playing like, you know, perfectly well and they're not out of tune. But I get it. It's for a film, and it's like you have a very, very sensitive, like you have an instructor that has a sensitive ear in a sense where he can hear everything music wise. And I'm thinking to myself, those like perfectionists for like leading a band is the most dangerous, most high skilled, and also just most brutal instructors because they want perfection.
Well, I mean, it says it all with what he does in the movie. He throws a chair at him when he doesn't do what he wants him to do.
Right, he throws the chair at the drummer. Next thing you know, it's just like counting fours. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
1,
he's
2, 3,
clapping
4.
himself.
1, 2, 3,
Didn't
4.
he slap him too?
Yeah, he
like,
slaps
when
him.
was
It was
Oh
like
my.
no, behind the scenes I actually like, you know, found out in an interview that he did actually slap like our main character just for because they didn't have the right angles for, you know, the slapping
look fake.
to look fake. So it's like he wanted to be slapped in a sense to make the movie seem like more.
That's acting for you.
That is acting for
I
you.
like when movies do that because then like it has like a whole different like feeling to it because it's actually like authentic.
Very
You're
genuine,
feeling the actual slap.
And you can like feel the tension rising up between like two people that are like trying to prove something. You have one character that's the drummer that's trying to like, you know, get the approval of his professor, and you want the professor to see that this kid has got potential, but I'm gonna push him to his limit to the bone until he gets to that point. Here's the one thing I have like criticism about that movie. You don't push them to a point where it's like, look, I get it. It's like a workout session. But at the same time, he's doing the best he can and he's like, you know, trying his best. But there's a certain limit towards where, you know, you insult them, you start saying names towards them and tell them to practice later, knowing that there's got to be some sort of like, what is it? What's the definition where you have motivate like a motivational boost, like the morale?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
the morale, yeah.
You have to like, you know, kind of balance that and make their morale like, you know, boost up while you're giving harsh criticism, because if you don't boost that morale, the next thing you know, he's gonna keep on practicing and crazy enough. But like on their side of the story, where the drummer like pushes everybody away just so he can be the best drummer.
Exactly.
Even for like, you know, an artist out in the world, do you know how dangerous that is when you push everybody away knowing that you want trying to do the best that you can?
That is very dangerous because like once you like go off the same path, like once you're like starting to like decline, no one's there to help you. No one's gonna pick you up. You're just gonna keep falling.
It's
Exactly.
success, but at what cost? Right?
Exactly. And that's what the movie depicts. It's like you have your successes, but at what cost? Just for your approval of like somebody that done so bad or said the bad things, knowing that like he pushed you to the highest limit and just to make sacrifices. I get it. Like you have to make sacrifices in order to be selfish for yourself so you can do the things that you love, but you have to do it to an extent.
Yeah. That movie is a tough watch.
It was, oh my God, it was a tough, even watching clips is still a tough watch.
It's beautiful though. Like the whole like aesthetic of the movie.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's just, it's not like I'm going to watch this because I'm looking for something to enjoy.
Right.
It's
No,
like,
it's not. It's like
you got to lock
of
in to watch
concern.
this movie.
Exactly. Like you can feel tensions rising, man.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the instructor is actually Peter Parker's
Jameson.
Jameson. Yeah. Like,
Newspaper.
Oh yeah, JJ Jameson.
I didn't notice that until I looked like, back in the previous films of like, Jameson. I'm like, oh, because he cut off his hair.
He also voices Omni-Man.
Oh, and then
So you'll know that too.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, Invincible is amazing right now.
Yeah, but just be advised, Invincible is pretty intense.
Tough watch as well.
I mean, for people that love like, movies with action and gore and all that stuff.
Lots of that.
Yeah. But I would say though, like he's got to be like, the best like actor from like Marvel to Whiplash, and then next from
Invincible.
yeah. Honestly, like props to him though. Like honestly, he's still alive to this
Yeah,
day.
he's still pushing it, and he's still doing the best he can, which I'm surprised.
Man,
A lot of people don't do that.
But for Whiplash though, I know his vocal cords were at an all-time low. Cause dude, all that yelling and all that screaming.
That's all he does in the movie. He yells at him.
Yeah, it's yells at. But then next, you have those moments where it's just like he sees the drummer, knowing that like he's hungry for it. Bro, that's like other movies similar to like like a cooking movie, like the Netflix movie called Hunger. Basically, it's like I think it's a Thai movie about like this girl that's wanting to be the best chef, and she goes to like the very very like top high chef, what is it, like not a company but more
Culinary?
like culinary yeah like
okay.
the best culinary ever. And funny enough is that she goes against like another opponent that's trying to like get that position. It was fried rice. The dude doesn't use leftover white rice, because that's in real life that's what you do. You use leftover white rice to make the fried rice and mix it with the eggs. He didn't do that because he just wanted to be fancy and wanted to like be super super creative and having unnecessary stuff on it. But when you see that a culinary like boss, like the higher up, sees the difference between somebody that's not like creative, somebody that is creative, dude, that is like top notch like cooking level. Like you gotta like experience like the whole entire like perspective of what like the boss is trying to tell you and what to do.
Like the whole meaning.
The whole meaning behind it. So that's why I say like Whiplash and Hunger have like two similarities of like you push your people to the limit, but at what cost?
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the film, the actual cook versus his own student that was working with him, and she ends up losing. But the funny thing is that, spoiler alert, he was using illegal animals to like cook the food to like the highest bidder. And unfortunately the authorities found out, and he was like enjoy it while it lasts, or like something like that. She didn't want to take that type of guilt towards where it's just like she did what she could, like she made this man like this fraud like get out of the cooking industry, but for at what cost? So she went back home and started cooking for her family again. And she wanted to stay there knowing that like food is meant to be creative, but also meant to be tasty. Not just by like higher quality meat that's probably not gonna like taste as good.
Yeah, you have to have like your heart and soul into it.
Facts.
But yeah, you have to watch everything with like limits. There needs to be like limitations to like how much you do. But it's about time for us to kind of wrap up.
I think I already reached my limit, but at what cost?
True. Hey, shout out to Semester.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, but thank you for listening to Cliff Notes. We'll be back next week next week on Friday from 2 to 3. Stay tuned for more of the biggest hits and best variety on the Princeton Review's 18th Best College radio station. 3-time 2026 IBS Media Award winner and 5-time NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Radio Station of the Year, 107.7 The Bronx. Have a Cliff-tastic day.
From the studios of Rider University, WRRC-FM, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. We're officially ranked as the 18th best college radio station in